your hand if you go to card shows and you have a plan, or do you just go all willy-nilly? I think my strategy is like 50-50, half plan, half willy-nilly. It's kind of like half man, half amazing. Vince Carter, amazing. So back to my strategy. Typically, I'm going to create a list of cards that I'm looking for at the card show. For example, I'm always looking to add cards for my PC, specifically at this time, Sandy Koufax graded cards and Nolan Ryan graded cards. I may be doing a little prospecting since the football season just started. I wanted to pick up some Goff and Herbert cards, rookie cards specifically, and specific cards, just their base cards, potentially raw, and then grade them. I was 50-50 on that, but just trying to get an even deal or a good deal on a couple of those cards. And then really after that, sometimes it's a little willy-nilly. That's the other side of things, not so planned.
Willy-nilly?
Willy-nilly.
For example, I picked up these two Ellie De La Cruz Gem Mint 10 slabs right here, along with these two Bo Jackson Future Stars 1987 Topps slabs. These were PSA 9s, these were PSA 10s. This is a total of about $100 worth of cards recently sold on eBay, and I got them for $50. So spending a little bit of time looking through the willy-nilly bins, if you want to call them, willy-nilly.
Willy-nilly?
Willy-nilly.
So don't sleep on slabs, especially if they're in the bargain bins versus the cases, because when they're in the cases, they're highlighting those specific cards and they probably want top dollar for those. But when they're in the bargain bins, they're looking to make some deals. So you can offer traditionally a little bit lower, or if you buy more cards, you can bundle some of the cards and get a better price. So that's kind of what I did with these. And again, $50 for about $100 worth of cards, currently market value on eBay. Another part of my strategy on the plan side of things was to pick up more Caleb Williams cards. I am bullish on Caleb Williams, one, because I am a USC fan, and two, because I think he's going to be a great player. So in that case, this is prospecting. So it's kind of like half prospecting, half investing, half PCing.
Wait a minute.
That's like 150%, I get it. It's thirdsing. Anyways, you get the idea. But the plan was to pick up a Caleb Williams card, at least one, and I did so. They had it at 70. It was actually a little too high. I mean, this particular Bowman Chrome card has been selling all over the place over the past about 60 days. Nevertheless, I got it for about what it's going for right now, but we'll see how the season starts and goes. Today, he got the win. He's a winning quarterback. Didn't have a great day as a quarterback, threw for under 100 yards, but nonetheless, his team got the win. I think that's a great start and in the right direction for this young man. Again, on the planning and strategy side of things, I went into the show looking to get some Goff and Herbert rookies, and I wasn't really able to find any Goff rookies that I really wanted, so I ended up with just two Herbert rookies. I think I overpaid a little bit on these. I probably could get these $2, $3, $4, $5. I paid about $7 each on these. I was really just doing some prospecting on these cards just to see how well Herbert and Goff might do over the next 4 weeks or so. I mean, they were both winners today. I think Goff had 160 something yards. Did he hit 200? I'm not sure. I'll put it on the screen if he did. I know he had a touchdown and interception, but he won the game. Herbert also didn't have outstanding numbers today, but he was a winning quarterback, and that is part of the formula to having cards increase in value, if that's what you're looking for, if you're prospecting or investing, that these quarterbacks also have to be winners. They can't just be stat mongers. So it's great if they have great stats, but if they have stats to go with winning records, that is the key. Takes them deep into the playoffs and so on and so forth. So we'll see where this goes. But again, I'm looking at a 2 to 3, 4 week stint and see where these cards lie. I might get these graded. I've been taking a look at them under microscope just a little bit, just to see if they're worthy of potentially getting a 10 from PSA, but we'll see. I'm on the fence. And then finally, as strategy goes on the plan side of things, I talked about collecting for my PC. I did pick up 2 cards for my PC, one being a 1963 Nolan Ryan raw card. I don't know, it's left to right centering on this is a little suspect. Top to bottom looks very nice. Corners are mostly sharp. Bottom right corner is a little off on this thing, but I don't know if it'll grade a 3, a 4, a 5. I mean, if it was a 6, I'd be super happy. It just, in the end, I paid $100 for both cards. All right, what would you want for both of these?
105. What are you thinking?
I was thinking 90.
Why don't we settle 100? This card
Yeah,
here,
we can do 100. Thanks to Art, one of the vendors there. I appreciate him bringing this down from San Francisco for me. I met him at Burbank last week. So anyways, we made a deal at 100. I paid 70 for this card and 30 for this. I may have overpaid a little bit on this. I wanted to pay 90. I just went with it. I wanted the cards, so I really could find this, or I can find this probably on eBay, but shipping, taxes, it gets up there again. So basically 30 for this one, 70 for this one. It was a deal. I'm glad I have it, and I'm now 4 PSA graded cards away from completing this graded set in all grades, either 1s or 2s or 3s from 1955 to 1966. So I'm super happy about this purchase. It looks great. I love the card. I love Sandy Koufax. Great pitcher, and part of my PC, so I'm happy about this one. One of the last things as part of my planned strategy was to grade those 5 Topps Now Olympic cards that I opened on last week's video, and so I just wanted to get those slabbed. I don't know in the end what those are going to be worth or what have you, but I do like the cards, so I am willing to keep them as part of my PC. They're just kind of unique cards, a snapshot in time in terms of the Olympics. So I'm happy to keep those or what have you. We'll see where it goes, but I'm curious to see what those grade out as. Hopefully all Gem Mint 10s, but we will see. We will see. And now on to the willy-nilly side of going to a card show.
Willy-nilly? Willy-nilly.
And perhaps calling an audible. And that's what happens. You get excited. There's so much stuff at card shows. If you're not planned out, you're gonna be in those situations where you just see stuff, the shiny stuff that kind of calls your attention. Since I was wearing my USC shirt, he said, "Hey, are you a USC fan?" I said, "Yes." And he had this jersey of Charles White. This is the jersey right here. 1979 Heisman Trophy winner, Charles White. And so, yeah, I said no at first. I said, you know what, hold on to it. If you sell it, sell it. Don't wait for me. He goes, no, I'll just put it away. No big deal. And that made me think like, is this thing legit? Everything else. But it did have a JSA sticker on the front and also a certificate of authenticity. And JSA happened to be there on this day. So I did go up to their booth and kind of ask them, hey, how can I tell if this thing's legit? And he said, just punch in the number that's on the jersey and it'll come up in our database. And sure enough, it did, and everything was legit. I went back. He wanted 100 for it, but he said he'd sell it for 80. And that's about what the going rate is online. So I didn't have to pay any taxes or shipping. So it was really cool to just have it in hand and bring it home. And so fight on, y'all, for those of you that are USC fans. So for those of you that are not, I completely understand. I hope you're rooting for your favorite college football team this season. And a final thing as part of my strategy when I attend card shows is that, one, I try to arrive on time or try to buy the early bird pass if it's affordable. If not, yes, I just walk in with everybody else, and that's totally fine. And then I also try to just walk the whole floor systematically all the way around, just kind of looking at things, asking about prices perhaps, but kind of seeing the inventory. I really like to take in the show and see what everybody has at their booth, so I really try to do that. I do squirrel sometimes, and I do make deals, things that just catch my eye, and I need to make an offer on something that I feel like it might not be there later. But I do try to walk around and not spend a ton of time, and then kind of go back to the ones that I really want to spend more time at and make some deals with. So that's kind of my strategy. It doesn't always work out that way, but nonetheless, that's what I try to do. So what's your strategy when you go to card shows? Let me know down in the comments below. Until the next one, peace.